Johnny way behind percentage, but oh my god.
Dude, that might be.
Oh, and he stopped.
What was
happened?
that?
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What was that? What was that stomp?
The whole venue exploded and everyone was confused.
No one in the venue knew what was going on except PGH Carroll, who immediately stood up and was yelling to everyone saying, "How does he always do it? How does he always do it?"
Johnny should have known, right? He's a top 20 player. He should have known the way that he took that knee wasn't just like crouch canceled or some weird like DI. He should have known that that kind of hit up and then down. If he goes to stomp him, that's just not going to work.
If this moment in history was going to happen to anyone, it was going to be Pittsburgh. We've always been really solid and really stood out for the uniqueness of our gameplay and the environment.
As a scene, we have a lot of old players, and back then, 2007, 2008, no one was really good at Melee. There were only like 3 people that were good at Melee, I promise you.
Everyone kind of collectively valued surprising your opponent, maybe even overwinning. I mean, obviously you want to win, but it was like a higher goal that if you could sit down with someone and really make them kind of shocked, that was like something very highly valued. And I think that kind of shaped the scene.
The Pittsburgh community was a lot more about having fun, messing around with Melee, a lot more playing teams, a lot of wackier characters out there.
There's no better place to really just get the whole experience of the game than Pittsburgh. Like, if you can survive in Pittsburgh playing like Luigi's and Links and Donkey Kongs, it's impossible to not love the game. A lot of places you go, they're all playing the same character.
Other regions, if you're familiar with those high tier matchups, you can probably do really well. They might just have the high tier characters, you just have to learn those, be solid in those. But in Pittsburgh, you'd have to be ready to be surprised by the character and their knowledge of that character.
If you're the lone, floaty, weird character in your region full of foxes, you don't get to sit at the table with everybody else. But in Pittsburgh, honestly, it was almost flipped. The really tryhards of the game and just like the people that were so focused on winning, they couldn't sit at the table.
I mean, even our high tier players like Borp, I mean, he has his own unique style too.
See, like, you see that tech skill? That's the only tech skill he needs.
Which I think speaks to the character and uniqueness of the region.
We had 2 Luigi players, you know, Voodoo Jin and Abate. We had The Lake, who was known as one of the best Zeldas. We had so many low tiers, and there's 2 ways to look at that and be like, wow, that's really impressive. They must be really good with that character, or this region sucks. I can't believe they let a Donkey Kong be on the PR, or they let a Zelda be on the PR. But you were in for a rude awakening if you looked at our PR and thought that we were free.
Floating mid-tier hate group was like a very popular thing then, and people were really antagonistic, because I know some people don't like those matchups and they really avoid them. Pittsburgh, that's never really been an issue. Like, everyone just wants to play the game. You do have to have a scene that is willing to play with and enjoys playing with that character.
Even though the invisible ceiling glitch in Abate S2J blew everyone's minds, it didn't blow everyone in Pittsburgh's minds. Because they would always play against those Luigi players. They would play against Voodoo and Abate all the time.
We never thought about it the way that other regions do or other people do. We're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with that Zelda. That's not Melee.
Maybe why you have all these mid-tier heroes, why some of the best combo videos have come out of Carol's basement.
If you asked anybody in Melee who I am, I'm the guy who makes these very interesting combo videos. Just like a compilation of clips and such.
He's trying to go for the most insane stuff the whole time. What he cuts out of the combo videos are all the SDs he has trying to get those amazing combos, right?
Prague is like, oh, Carol, he's one of our Harlem Globetrotters. No better way to describe me. I'm not in the NBA, I'm not in the top echelon of competition, but if you come down to my level, you get to see me do some cool stuff and some stuff you've never seen before. We, as a Melee community, are always trying to find what always works, right? That's like your bread and butter stuff, but there's stuff that's unexplored. I dabble in that very specific kind of thing. It's my favorite part about Melee, for sure. You're gonna get hit by this, you're not gonna like it, but I've been waiting for this exact moment. And you're gonna kind of feel bad, and all right, well, that's just cheesy. No, I'm actually just a genius. Sorry to break it to you, I don't know.
Yeah, I think people tend to excuse the high-tier jank because they're more familiar with it and it just feels part of the game. But then when they see some mid-tier, low-tier jank, they think it's just a character win because they don't fully understand it.
I can't give you an example of cheese in Melee. I just don't get it. I think I'm so far removed from the idea. You know, I'm always looking at the details of Melee like, how can this benefit me? You know, the game is just so fun. If I see an opportunity to do this thing that I've been thinking about or this really cool combo, I can't not do it.
The visible ceiling glitch back then wasn't commonly known of what caused it. But you know who did know what caused it? Pittsburgh.
ICG is a well-known mechanic.
If you play against Luigi, you know when a grounded move hits your shield and you interrupt that and you hit them, they're stuck.
Carroll has labbed out invisible ceiling glitch punishes, like gone out of his way to like try to intentionally set up an invisible ceiling glitch.
The ICG tech chase was probably like Carroll's special at some point. He knew when it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen and he would like follow up on it. So there was a meta surrounding that in Pittsburgh.
A lot of people look at invisible ceiling like, oh, it's robbing me of a kill. Like, I would have killed you if that didn't happen, but I'm so familiar with the mechanic, I wouldn't break a sweat if I up smashed the Luigi out of shield, like right now, and they went left. I'm never caught off guard when I do something about it, and if they are, that's just me flexing, you know, the game knowledge. That's one of the most fun parts about Melee, right, is exploring the tiniest details to the fullest degree to be ready at any moment for anything. Melee is a game with 26 characters, a million items, all these like cool trophies and stages and things, and you just don't see any of that anymore because we have whittled down to 8 or so viable characters. Those are the only characters that can win tournaments. There's 6 stages that we play on. We already have so little in Melee, and people want to take away the little details. We're trying to make it this very objective way to compete against each other, which I've never really agreed with. There used to be back in the day people that would coast on game knowledge, just knowing a lot about the game.
Less popular character gives you the advantage of having a set of approaches that your opponent doesn't really know about.
You could call it cheese, but I call it just knowing something about the game, right? I can't tell you how giddy I get when I go to a tournament that has Unfrozen Stadium, that has all the transformations, because I got tricks. It's crazy to say there's still unexplored territory in a game that's been out for 20, 21 years. Melee can drink, think about that. When it came to that set of Falcon versus Luigi, a lot of people were rooting for Johnny because it's familiar. All right, this is Captain Falcon. Very fast race car guy, has a knee that makes people explode. Everyone knows that, right? And they're like, okay, Luigi's gonna slip around and be a little goofy guy. That's what Luigi's gonna do. But Johnny's just gonna knee him and that's gonna be it. Not exactly what happened.
That set was really crazy for a variety of reasons. I mean, if you watch all of the games, they're all really close.
He's up a full two stocks right now. Pittsburgh's going nuts in the crowd, by the way.
Of course they would. Of course they would.
The nutty region. Oh!
First game, I was happy to take that win.
Oh, the down tilt!
Oh, God.
That's a little stylish.
Oh my God, why?
Oh my God.
And then when we went to game 2, was really thrown off by the Falco pick.
New technology from Abate today. Oh,
Definitely seems like it. Oh
Yo,
my God, he's on
yo!
top. Yo! You see that auto cancel?
Yeah.
The platform cancel?
these nairs right now.
Oh my God, he's all over him.
But managed to get that win as well.
S2J just dips
Dude.
too low. Abate's up 2-0 on S2J right now.
You're absolutely right. That pressure in the pit from Luigi was insane.
I was like, Luigi, when he
do
went
you
down
see
there, I was
that?
like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Luigi's not a good pit character.
Oh, there we go.
Look at it. Hold on. Does he platform cancel the Nair? I think he does.
Yeah, he does. They're right
The
there.
sick platform cancel. Look at the pressure.
And I think there was a point in game 3 when I really felt like I had it in the bag. Like I was getting the lead, I was getting some good combos, and he just kind of clawed his way back. That game.
Oh, that was it. Oh, that's it.
The knee.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
He's like, oh,
Okay.
I thought he was living.
And then the next game, it was also a close one. He managed to win that one.
Abate able to counterattack with Nair.
That'll
Oh,
do it,
that's the
that'll do
knee. That's the knee.
Yeah.
Nair to knee, out of shield.
And then by game 5, it's like, you know, I'll just go back to Fountain, see how it goes. And it was close there. Maybe it'll be close again and just hope for the best.
Oh, just up smash. That's all you need.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, wait,
That's-
that's up smash.
That's such a good anti-air.
It is.
We both were messing up a lot,
Oh, good knee, good knee. And
Oh!
again.
missing edge guard, missing opportunities.
Oh, is that it?
F tilt, yeah, forward. Oh no, I thought he was gonna go for the dare.
You know, that's the part of the set where it's like you really got to keep your composure, but it can be hard to execute and really close it out.
Oh, knee.
It freed him up. Oh my god. Yo, and Johnny way behind percentage, but oh my god.
In the exact moment it happened, I was actually like, why didn't I meteor cancel? And then when I realized I didn't move much, then it was just a matter of trying to survive.
Even if that stomp hits, I'm pretty sure Luigi can still live in a couple different ways. I think it was S2J more so being like, okay, I've been playing 5 games against this weird Luigi character. I need to just end this. So I'm going to go all out and stomp. You almost think that Johnny should have known, right? He's a top 20 player. He should have known that that kind of hit up and then down. If he goes to stomp him, that's just not going to work.
What was
happened?
that? What
What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
What was that?
How
What was
did
that
he-
stomp?
I mean, you can't argue with the results, right? Everybody was shocked, jaws on the floor. People just didn't get what happened. I was very excited and jumping up and down, and it's not because that was some crazy melee moment. It's because Abate won, and I don't care how he won, and people were still just trying to process how he won, but I know exactly how he won. I was just happy that Abate won.
I don't know what happened.
What? Blur doesn't know either.
Everyone's stunned
Gimmer
right
doesn't
now.
know.
What happened
Nobody
just now
knows.
in melee? He stomped him. He
Gimmer,
did
can we
not.
get that replay?
I think all that we said to each other was that it was ICG and we're pointing at the screen and rewatching it and kind of like verifying that's what we saw.
He was on a tear that day. It's crazy. I mean, that kind of stuff only happens to people that love the game, right? And love their character and like deeply explore it.
I could easily see that set happening in someone's basement randomly on like a weekday, just friendly matches, and we all burst out laughing at how ridiculous it was. That's how the ending of the match was.
Good, Donnie. Sorry, Donnie. Food court. Food court. Food court for Let's go, Pittsburgh.
Like that was so awesome.